Hi guys and welcome back. Grab your jiu-jitsu belt. If you don't have your belt available, just grab a t-shirt or a towel or whatever you can find. Lay down on your back and wrap the belt around your right foot and stretch the left leg out. It's completely okay to have a bend in the knee, but make sure you don't do this. This is normal, that you bend your elbows and pull with your biceps. Instead, stretch your arms as far up as you can and then do a little sit-up and catch the belt so that when you relax your upper body, that weight is what's stretching your hamstrings, because we're gonna work our hamstrings attaching from the knee all the way up to right under our butt today. And I encourage you deeply to not use force, but rather time. So we're just gonna do a couple of poses today, and you might think that you can get flexible hamstrings in a month or two, but unfortunately I'm here to give you a reality check that for many of us the hamstrings are notoriously tight, which means we need a much longer horizon to actually be able to loosen them up. And the hamstring attachment, where your hamstrings are actually starting under your butt, is a place where if you get injured there, if you would pull here and really try to be impatient and be flexible fast in your hamstrings, if you hurt your hamstring attachment, it's going to take a long time to heal. So this is the caveat here. This is a warning that if you want to stretch your hamstrings and get flexible hamstrings, which is of course great in jiu-jitsu to have a wide open guard, and being able to put your feet close to your head is gonna help your guard tremendously. But in order to get there, you need a sober perspective, and that can be half a year, 2 years. But if you start, it will feel good all the way. If you don't go to 100% intensity, if you stop at 60 and you stay there for a bit longer, then it might be quicker than you think. But the quicker you want the progress to be, the longer it will take. So stop stressing and start relaxing, and your hamstrings will follow. Take a breath. And let's switch legs. We're just doing 10 minutes today, so we're not gonna stay for super long, but you can probably already feel that after those 2 minutes on the right side, you can already feel a tingling sensation in the back of your right leg. Like I said, a bent knee is fine, but make sure you're not sickling your foot so that your big toe is closer than your pinky toe. So try to keep the foot flat as if you were standing in the ceiling with your foot. And don't use the power of the arms again, but rather use straight arms and fall back. So the body weight is stretching, not your arm power. And if you don't want to train your grip here, you can also wrap the belt around your wrists. If you're gonna stay here for a long time, that can feel even better. Close your eyes and breathe in and out through your nose 5 times. Take one more breath here. And a bonus breath. And then release the belt and stand up on your feet. Wide legs like this, straddle pose, and catch your shins with your hands. If you have really inflexible inner thighs and if your arms are shorter than your legs, then it might be hard to place your hands in the ground. But if you can find your hands to the ground, keep them there or stay with your hands on your chins. Let's do some push-ups here. So inhale, lift your chest, look forward. And exhale, drop your chin to chest and relax down. So inhale up. exhale down. Let's do 5 more. In and out. In and out. In and out. In and out. Nice. Sit down on your butt. So those were 2 different ways to practice. First we did a static long hold, and now we did the dynamic up and down thing that they work together. They complement each other really well. So we're gonna try the same seated. First, a static pose. So bend your knees and hug your legs as much as you can. If you can catch your elbows, fine. If you can catch your wrist, that's also okay. But make sure that your chest is connected to your knees and that you can relax your forehead and head and neck down. Try to be as sloppy as you can here, so no tension in your back. Your lower back and your upper back should feel like those muscles should feel like they don't have to work at all. Try to breathe so deep that you can feel your muscles stretching when you inhale. Try to relax completely, and if you feel that your heels are slipping forward, that's absolutely perfect. That means that your hamstrings and your lower back are letting go and releasing tension. If not, just close your eyes and keep breathing. Let's take 3 more breaths here. I refer to this pose as a bent knee forward fold. All right, let's sit up. So this stretch where you try to touch your toes, if you have really inflexible hamstrings, this tactic, this strategy is a really bad one, because now you're trying to be efficient by stretching both hamstrings. You have 2 hamstrings, right? You're trying to stretch them both at the same time. This means that you have twice amount of the resistance in your hamstrings than if you would be doing one at a time. So let's try this. Bend one knee and relax the knee down. If this hurts your leg, just place your foot in the ground. Now let's try to do some dynamic stretching for the right hamstring. So inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, forehead to knee. Inhale up, and exhale, forehead to knee. Inhale up, and exhale down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, and exhale. Last one, inhale, and exhale. Stay down here for 3 breaths. And sit back up. One quick thing, if you didn't feel this in the hamstring, that's okay, because if you're tighter back here in your lower back, then that is what automatically is prioritized in your body. So you might think that your hamstrings are the tightest part of your body, but if you do an exercise like this, typical hamstring stretch, and you don't feel it there, perfect. Keep doing it until your lower back opens up enough for you to actually feel it in the hamstring. Let's do the second side. Switching legs. So lift your chest, good posture, inhale. Forehead to knee, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. And stay down here for 3 breaths. And let's sit back up. Let's do one final exercise, the splits. So when I say splits, you probably immediately get the picture in your head that you want to get your legs straight away from each other with your hips all the way down to the ground, something like this. So instead of trying to start there and blow out our hamstring attachment, let's start in a low lunge, which is your foot. Let's take the right foot between your hands and then drop your hips down as much as you can. This is a stretch for the front of our hips, something we're gonna work tomorrow or in the next video. But we can combine the front of our hips with the back of our hips like this. You stretch your front leg as straight as you can, engage your quads and flex the foot like this. So pull your toes towards your knee and then lean down so you feel a nice stretch in the calf all the way up through your hamstring. And then we do it dynamically. So we go forward, inhale, drop your hips down. And when you exhale, you walk your hands back and try to get your toes to your face and your face to your knee. Inhale forward, and this is called the half split. So we're working a few thousand repetitions with this exercise before we get all the way down to the floor. So this is the way to start your journey towards the full splits. But inhale forward and exhale, engage your leg but relax your neck. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And if you feel like your hands can't touch the ground, if you feel like you can't even be close to the ground with your fingers, grab something, some books or whatever you have around you, pillows, to reach down to the floor. Because if you're that inflexible that you can't touch your hands to the floor, then you will have really fast development in the beginning because you aren't really that inflexible. It's just your nervous system that is telling you this. Like, it's so unused to do stuff like this. So after a few hundred reps of this, you're going to feel a tremendous difference. Your hands are going to get down to the floor much faster than you think. Switching sides, left foot forward. Just go slowly back and forwards. Inhale when you move forward and exhale back. So getting all the way to the floor with your hips is going to take a long time, but getting your hands to the floor is going to be quick. But don't try to be quick, try to be super patient, because the more you stress, the longer it's gonna take. The more you hurry, the longer you will have to wait. So the more patient you can be, the quicker your results will come. Let's do 2 more. And sit down. And that's it for today. I gave you some new tools. You can use the belt, you use the dynamic stretches up and down, and you use the static stretches. And any tool, doesn't matter how good of a tool you have, if it's just there in the toolbox, you don't get any work done. So you actually have to take these tools that you learned today and apply them. You actually have to put in the time, 10 minutes every day from now on, indefinitely. Like, if you can have the discipline to actually put off these 10 minutes in a day, that's 24 hours, 10 minutes is 1/6. 1/6 of 1 hour of 24 hours. It's not much time in a day. So you just have to put in the discipline to do these 10 minutes, and you are gonna be amazed at the results after you make it a habit. See you guys tomorrow. We're gonna stretch the quads tomorrow. Us.